That plane's headed right for the airport. Maybe they're still evacuating.
The C-130 is nice flying. I hate...
Hey, what is up guys? Rob the Undead Gamer here, and it's, well, let me start again. I fucked it up already. Hello, how's it going? So, for the past week, I've been back at university, which has been fun, enjoying my first week back of my second year. And I'm surprisingly, at the moment anyway, having a nice time. I don't know if you're aware, but if you've been following me for a while, you know that I probably didn't have the most enjoyable summer, as it was quite stress-filled. Obviously, we were in the process of attempting to move, which in the end just didn't happen. For many reasons, of which, if you want to know, you can probably find videos on my channel of why. So yeah, that didn't happen, and then trying to find myself a second job that I could do and start, you know, saving some money for the future and things like that. And so, you know, university was kind of the last thing on my mind. It was kind of the last thing that I wanted to be doing. With everything that had been happening, and I kind of at least wanted just another a month or so at least before I had to sort of go back to the grind that was university. It's safe to say that I really didn't enjoy my first year that much, for many reasons, all of which I won't be going into. But it kind of got to the point where I was thinking, is this what I want to do? Is this the course that I want to do? Obviously, it's to do with the career that I want to be doing. If you don't know, my sort of ambition, my dream is to become an actor. And that's what I want to do. I'm kind of at that stage in my life where I really just want to get a job, and obviously by job I mean an acting job. I want to start my career as an actor, as a performer, doing films or TV or what have you. That's what I want to do. I'm kind of at that stage where I'm done. I feel like I'm done with education. Not from a point of I know everything there is to know, so I don't need to be learning anymore. That's not at all what I mean. I'm just kind of done with education, and I want to kind of get into the real world and start my career and start my job. That's how I mean it. Even in saying that, though, it's still quite daunting and quite scary, even to know that I'm at university, and this is kind of it. After university, it's kind of the real world, which is both exciting and scary all at the same time, just because during these years when you're in education, you kind of get the opportunity, you learn, and you get it's kind of a safe environment, if you want, for you to be able to fuck up, and it's okay because you're in an environment where it's okay, you're learning, you know, and you learn from your mistakes, whereas kind of in the real world it's a bit more serious, if you know what I mean. There's not so many chances and opportunities to mess up or whatever. So yeah, although it's exciting, it's still very scary. But I feel ready for it. I want to just get on and do. So yeah, I didn't entirely enjoy my year of university. You know, I was kind of thinking, you know, is this the course for me? Is this what I want to do? You know, I felt like I was learning an awful lot of crap that was irrelevant, really, and felt like useless knowledge. But really, when you look at it, no knowledge is useless knowledge. You know, every piece of knowledge and whatever you receive throughout your life is useful to some degree. And I spoke to a lecturer who is my favourite lecturer at the university, and one I really look up to, because he himself is a working actor. He's got a world of knowledge and experience in the industry, and someone who really knows what they're talking about. That's not to say the rest of my lecturers don't. It's just he is kind of what I aspire to be. So of course I'm going to look up to that and look up to him, and really engage in his lessons and what he says. And I had a conversation with him last year, and I basically said, look, you know, here's what I'm going through, here's what I'm feeling. Is this right for me, you know? Because I don't know. Because I spent a lot of last year not only obviously doing the course, but also involving myself in student films with a lot of the film students that are making films and doing this, that and the other, and getting involved and meeting people and getting experience behind the camera, or in front of the camera rather, which is invaluable. And yes, we're all students, but you know, we are semi-professional. We're professionals. The only reason we're not sort of dubbed as proper professionals is just simply because we're classed as students, because we're not being paid for what we're doing. But that's not to say we're not professional in our attitude or the way we work. So, you know, I was doing a lot of that last year and really enjoyed myself and met a lot of great people who I hope to work with again, or I hope that now they've left university they'll remember me. So it's always connections. It's always who you know. And sorry if you just heard my cat there. He's right behind me meowing. He wants to get involved in the conversation. So I spoke to him, I told him everything that I was sort of going through, and he just said, look, although you might think that a lot of what you're learning is irrelevant, rubbish, there's nothing that you think is going to benefit you, you know, and you might feel like, what's the point of turning up? But there'll always be something, no matter a piece of information or something you learn, no matter how small or how big, in that 3-hour lecture, that will be useful, that you can use. Whether that be the lecturer briefly talking about a play or a playwork or a particular piece of film or even a camera angle or anything, but the rest of what you learn about in that 3 hours is totally irrelevant shite in your opinion. That's at least one thing that you've walked away from, that you can think, yeah, no, actually I've learned from that, and that's benefited me, that's helped me, and that's something that I can use. So no matter what it is, there's always something. And he kind of just said to me, you know, you're paying $8,000 a year to be at university, and yes, if you're not from the UK, that is what we have to pay to be at university. It's disgusting, I know, but hey ho. I haven't got a choice, unfortunately. But, you know, you're paying $8,000 a year to be here. You know, there's always something. And maybe you've just got to find out what those relevant pieces of information are. Maybe you've got to decide what is useful information and what is not. You know, you've got to find some relevance in what you're learning about, because otherwise, well, what's the point? So after that, I kind of decided, you know, now I need a new mindset. I need a new outlook on university and my course and life in general, because I think this transposes not just in education but to all walks of life. Because even if you're a student or a professional actor, in my opinion, you know, you could have had the best training from the best people. You know, it's not just acting; it's whatever, anything in life, whether it's IT or
we ought to get
other things that aren't IT or performing. You know, there's always things that you can still learn. Always, I think. You know, no one's perfect. No one is beyond learning more. You know, and so that this really transposes into all walks of life and all, you know, ages or experiences or whatever. You know, you just find the meaning that you need in that to make it feel like it's worth your while, because there'll always be some point, there'll always be some relevance for you. It's just sometimes those relevances, those points, those pieces of information that are vital aren't so obvious. So maybe, you know, you've got to take the time to engage yourself and work out exactly what it is that you need to be learning from said experience or said lesson, whatever. So yeah, no. Now I think I've got to a point where I think, you know what, I'm paying around here to be here. I'm gonna make the most out of this now. I really enjoy it because, you know what, I should be enjoying myself. I should be enjoying my course. And this is such an amazing opportunity that really not a lot of people get to have. University and, you know, the wealth of knowledge and opportunities that are open to me. Not a lot of people get that. So now's the time. Now's the time for me to enjoy and learn and, you know, engage myself. And if I'm not enjoying myself, then I'm not going to want to do anything. I'm not going to want to learn. And I don't want to be in that position again where I was last year during my first year. So, you know, now I'm going to do it better. I'm going to do it better. So yes, that's pretty much it. Me just rambling on about, you know, what I've been up to, kind of, and, you know, what's been happening. In other news, my job's going well. I'm enjoying it. I'm doing well at it, I think. Oh, hello, Smoker. Fucking hell. So yeah, that's pretty much it. My ramblings about life are finally done. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So, you know, I'm Rob the Undead Gamer, and, you know, if anything that I've said has helped you at all in anything, then I'm glad, you know, I've managed to help someone in my ramblings, or maybe I've been able to make someone else, you know, feel the same way I did, or what have you, know, and because I was kind of at a point last year where it was nice to have had that conversation, and it helped me a lot. So, you know, whether it did or didn't, you know, whatever. But yeah, as for me, guys, hopefully I won't get killed by this tank, but I'm Rob the Undead Gamer, and he's dead. I'm alive. Let's get Bill up. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hold on, let me patch you.